Hey guys, Jason here. I've had a lot of questions over the last few weeks about how to begin training for a 5K. And so what I decided to do is put together a special video showing how easy it is to train and get ready for a 5K in just 6 weeks. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to build out a training plan for someone who's getting ready to run their first 5K or a 5K in 6 weeks. So what I have here is my Training Peaks. Training Peaks is an online training platform, kind of like a virtual training log where you can log your miles, your sleep, your workouts, you name it, you could put it there. You can also find training plans and other coaching resources within Training Peaks. Now, what I've done is I have a goal race on week 6 on that Saturday. Now, if you want to do it on Sunday, it could be Sunday, but we're just going to put it on Saturday for simplicity. Now, what I would recommend for someone who's just starting out or someone who wants to run their first 5K or is a true beginner, I focus more on running based on time and not so much of distance. Now, as a beginner runner, you're understanding what your own pace is and what you can do and what's easy and comfortable gets way too complicated. So, what I recommend is focusing on just time. Focus on running or jogging for a very specific amount of time. That way, you're not so much worried about pace because you remember your main goal is just to complete the race or just finish. So, what we have here is day one. We're going to start by running typically 3 to 4 days a week. Now, as a beginner runner, I would shoot for at least 3 to 4 days. If you want to run more, you can run more. But sometimes it just gets a little too much too soon for people who are just starting out saying, okay, you need to go run 6 days a week, because that's a lot of days. So what we're going to say is this Monday, we're going to say 10 minutes of running, jogging. So what I would recommend is if you could only run 5 minutes continuous, then do that. So you'd run 5 minutes continuous, walk for a few minutes, and then go for another 5 minutes. The bottom line is just try and get 10 minutes of actual running or jogging each day on this particular day. So what we're going to do is this week one, we're actually going to copy this and we're going to add it to Wednesday. We're going to add it to Friday. And then we're going to add it to Saturday as well. So there's week one. So this week you have at least 4 days of 10 minutes of running or jogging. So week two, what we're going to do is we're going to try and increase that just a little bit. So what we're going to say is we're going to go, let's go 12 minutes of running, spell jogging. What we're going to do is we're going to do this one day early on, and then we're going to do 10 minutes on Wednesday again. We're going to do 10 minutes on Friday again. And then on Saturday, we're going to do 14 minutes of running, jogging. Ooh, there we go. All right. So now we have week two complete. So week two, we have 4 days, at least 4 days, and we're gradually increasing our time. Now, if you're just starting out, realistically, this is anywhere between probably half a mile up to about a mile of running, as far as like the 10, 11-minute pace goes. If you're really, really true beginner and you're like never run before, 14 minutes could be your 1 mile pace, and that's totally fine. Remember, we're not worried about what your pace is. We're worried about how much time you're spending on your feet. So let's go to week three. So what we're going to do is we're going to add another run in of, if my computer will load, there it goes. We're going to go 12 minutes. I'm just going to put 12 minutes. We're going to do that same thing on Wednesday. We're going to edit that. Hold on. 12 minutes. Let's copy this. We're going to add that on Friday. On Saturday, we're going to do, any guesses? 16 minutes of running, jogging. Okay, so we're getting up there. We're increasing the total amount that we're moving. Now, remember, you're trying your best just to do this in one consecutive bout. If you can't do it in one consecutive bout, that's okay. Try and get as many minutes as possible continuous as you can. All right, so now we're going to go here to week 4, and we are actually going to add, and we're going to go up just a little bit. We're going to say 14 minutes running, jogging. to copy that. We're going to paste that to Friday. And on Wednesday, we're going to do 12 again. Because there's one thing I've learned as a coach is doing the same thing over and over and over again on every single day makes it really challenging mentally. So what I always try and do is switch up the time or distances that you're running each day. That way it's not just like, okay, go run 5 miles every single day. Nothing like that. All right, now we're at week 4. We're going to go up to 20 minutes. So we have week 4. So by this point, you should be starting to feel yourself get more into shape. Your body's going to start changing. You may have lost some weight. You're going to be probably eating a lot more because you're burning more calories, and that's totally normal. That's totally fine. Remember, our goal is just to get you to that race and get you across that finish line. So now we are at week 5, which is the week before the race. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy 14 minutes again. We're going to put that on Wednesday as well, and Friday. And on Saturday, we're going to go below 22 minutes of running, jogging. Now, if you're just starting out, you may be wondering, okay, well, why on earth am I not running? I can't run a 5K in 22 minutes, and that's okay. What we're doing is we're building endurance, but 2, we're also building stamina, and we're building changing the physiology of the body. So you're going into this cumulative fatigue where your body's getting used to running more and more and more. Now, this principle can apply to just about any race distance. The further you train for, like a marathon, you're not going to go run a marathon every single Saturday. You're going to go anywhere from about 15 to 20 something miles every single Saturday or Sunday for that matter. But with the 5K, it's a little different. And in your case, because you're just starting out or this is a beginner running plan, we're mainly focused on consistency and just getting your body moving. So now we're in race week. So what I'm going to suggest is we're going to keep things at 14 minutes for that Monday. We're going to keep it 14 minutes for the Wednesday. And this Friday, we're going to bump it down to just 10 minutes of running. Okay, is that it? Is that everything? Well, there's some more things we could do to help get you ready for that race. So another thing I recommend is I really encourage people to focus on stretching and flexibility. So at least a few days a week, I recommend going through some stretching routines. If I could spell flexibility. Man, my computer, what is going on? We're just going to say flex. I don't feel like spelling it out. Hard to talk and type at the same time. But what we're going to do is do this stretching and flexibility at least 3 days a week. So you could do it on your off days. You could do it on your days that you're running, but you just need to focus on stretching and increasing your flexibility. The more efficient that you can move and the easier that your body can be more loosey-goosey and fluid, the better off you're going to be as you train and run. Another thing I recommend is on the days that you're not running, if you're welcome to go out and just go for a walk. It's all time on your feet. Think of it as like a super easy day, right? If you're running one day, you need an easy day the next day. Going for a walk could be another thing that you can do. Another thing that can help is adding in some strength training. Now, I'm not saying go to the gym and pump, hundreds of pounds of weight around or push hundreds of pounds of weight around. You could just use your body weight and use things around the house to go through some basic general strength training plan, meaning focus on squats, focus on lunges, focus on anything that works the hips and the core. If you have some free weights, you could do some upper body things. But all these things are really good to help build strength and also help build your body to get you ready for that 5K. So what I'm going to do is this training plan is actually going to be on Training Peaks. I'm going to have a special discount just for you if you've made it all the way through this video. Now, if you made it through this video, you can use the code YouTubeFam, and I'll put that in the description down below and the link to this training plan online where you can hop on and you can get it for super, super cheap. But that's all I got today. I hope this has been helpful. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.